What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at something that I wasn't sure if I was going to review, but under the circumstances in which I got them, I'm going to. We're going to be taking a look at, I think, the brand new. They've been out a little bit. I've seen them, but then they were hitting Target and then Ross at the same time. Hint, hint. Phatmojo Yu-Gi-Oh figures in the form of the Blue Eye. I have the whole set except for the Blue Eyes Ultimate White Dragon. I skipped on that one. I only need one Blue Eye. So we have Blue Eyes White Dragon, Exodia, the Forbidden One. You have the Winged Dragon of Ra. You have where I can't see over here. You have the Slifer the Sky Dragon, and then Obelisk the Tormentor, I believe. Yes. Sorry, new setup. Can't really see behind, but right off the bat, I'm not the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Now, I was always more a Pokemon kid, but remember when I was growing up, my mom got me, for Christmas one year, a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, thinking that they were Pokemon cards. And so I kind of learned a little bit about it when I was a kid, but that kind of stopped years ago. So love the artwork on the back of these, though. I think that's amazing artwork back here, or photography actually. But this is kind of the whole set, and I only paid $14.99 a piece. So if I had to pay any more than that, I would not have gotten these, or maybe have just gotten one, because I don't think they're going to be great. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and open these figures up. Alright, so let's get these creatures. Let's get them out of the packaging here. These look pretty cool. Now, I definitely do have problems with them. And my favorite one is honestly not what I thought it would be. But, I mean, we got some pretty cool guys over here. I think you guys know how I like to run it. I like to start it from my least favorite and go to my favorite. I'm a little disappointed in my least favorite because I wanted to like them more, but I just don't. So let's go ahead and start with Exodia, the Forbidden One. And the only reason I say that is because he barely does anything. Like, the other ones at least have some more articulation. He doesn't do anything. So taking a look at the head sculpt and paint, I do think it looks very nice. I think he's got that nice look to him. He's got that weird carapace thing. There's a nice little wash on there to get some paint detail brought out. You get to see the chains. I wish they were real chains. You know, at the price point that they were originally charging for these, I definitely think they need more, and that's going to be said for all of them. But him especially, there's no paint on the chains at all. You really just get somewhat of a dry brush on the skin and then painted details, but that's about it. At an original price point of $30-35, I just don't see that here at all. Not even a little bit. So, and none of them come with accessories aside from this collectible card. It's pretty cool, I guess. I'm not going to do anything with that, so it's cool. I like the metallic sheen on it, but yeah. Going over his articulation, you barely get anything in the head, which, you know, considering his design, I'll give them that. The arms, get a little bit of out and in, but that's about it. Single jointed elbow, I expected that. Why his wrists don't swivel, I have no idea. You do get a waist twist on him, and that's it. Nothing in the legs at all. So, what's that? I don't even know if I want to count the arms out. So, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of articulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It's whack. But, I mean, he looks good. I mean, you can do kind of some stuff with them. Who am I kidding? It's whatever. It looks fine, but the articulation's butt. Next, we'll take a look at Slifer the Sky Dragon. And I think he looks maybe the best. He looks really good, but he just... Exodia's problems in terms of articulation are just kind of even more amplified here. He's a 3 PO. I guess 4 POA, but the tail is completely useless. But I think he looks great. Really, really like the head sculpt. Really like the bright, shiny red that they used for him. There is even some detail in the sculpt, as you can see there, and the wings. I like the matte finish on the underbelly. Wings look good. Toesies are all painted. Get that double mouth thing. Really awesome head sculpt. It looks fine. I think it looks really good, but the articulation's useless. You get a swivel in the tail. You can't really, like, do anything with it. Like, if you put it forward, that doesn't make sense. And you can only, like, bring it backwards so much. So it really just is going to stay there. The head's at a ball joint, which actually works really well, which is the main reason I put him over Exodia. And then you get the little arms that basically just swiveling they're on a ball peg, so they kind of move, but yeah, it's really nothing special in terms of articulation. It looks fine, whatever. Here's his card. Slifer the Sky Dragon. It's pretty cool. But yeah, nothing crazy, but it, you know, it looks good, and I will reiterate that a lot. Now, these next three could kind of all be interchangeable for me. And I'll talk about why. So here you have the Winged Dragon of Ra. It's a pretty cool name. I like it. I think my biggest problem with him is not the articulation. I just don't like the color they chose for him. I think it's an ugly gold. Very ugly gold. I would have liked if they did like a bright, shiny gold like they did for the silver and blue eyes, which we'll see in a little bit. But sculpt is good. I like the wings. Looks nice. Get to see all these like mechanical parts on him. And he's got the most articulation out of all of them by far. And I kind of wish they all followed this. But you get a really nice looking head sculpt there. You get this like halo thing. It's pretty cool. I like it. But not a lot of paint. Not a lot of paint at all. You get pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4 paint hits on this whole thing. I don't like that. Especially when the gold is kind of dull. The head will be on a ball peg. Go up and down and pivot side to side. Get a rotation here, which is nice. You get a bicep swivel and a single jointed elbow here, and then rotation at the hips. That's pretty good. Like, it doesn't need to be crazy, but that's enough. That is enough, and I wish that the other figures followed that. So, not bad. He's definitely one of the better ones. It's just, I think if he was metallic gold, he would have probably taken it for me. It's also, he's just not my favorite design. He's probably my least favorite design out of all of them. Subjectively, but I don't know, objectively he's pretty good. Second best, I think, is Blue Eyes. He looks pretty good. And this is like the shininess I was talking about that I would have liked to see on the gold for the Dragon of Ra. This is nice metallic, good looking stuff here. Though, I do think his head sculpt's a little off. I don't really like how these fins are like so close to his head. I don't really know why they did that. It makes him look very like fish-like, in my opinion, like an eel or something. Which I guess the dragon isn't too far off from that. But you get to see his hands. They look good. Love how shiny this thing is. Love the paint in the mouth. All those teeth are painted very, very nicely. The eye, you know, it's got to look good, right? You have that like slight like blue in the metallic silver. You get the tail. Wings look good. Yeah, I like it. Looks really, really nice. Crisp sculpt. Very, very crisp sculpt. You get a swivel here at the neck. You get a ball peg up here, which is definitely good. Enough. You get rotation at the arms. And then rotation at the legs. So, nothing crazy. Definitely not as much articulation as the Dragon of Ra. But, yeah, it looks pretty good still. And I am happy to finally have the Blue Eyes on the shelf. Because I didn't want to get that SH Monster Arts one. It's just too damn expensive. It looks so much better than this, but it's too damn expensive. I'll take $14 over like 150. And oddly enough, the character that I'm probably least familiar with, or didn't care about the most, is Obelisk the Tormentor. I just think he has a good balance of articulation and looking really nice. I mean, he doesn't really have a lot of paint, but that dry brush does wonders on this guy. Really, really nice sculpt. I love his design. I think he looks awesome. Get a really nice looking head sculpt there. Really, really nice looking head sculpt. Get that nice dry brush on him. Yeah, dude, he looks great. He's dense. His wings are cool. Articulation is as follows. The head is going to go up and down, pivot side to side, and will rotate. It's a really nice ball peg, actually. Get kind of up and down for the arms. Nothing crazy. I think it's just assembly. Get a single jointed elbow on him. That goes pretty far up. I really can't complain about that. And it looks pretty good doing it. Get a waist twist. Nothing at the hips. But this guy, he does have knees, which are kind of ultimately useless. I mean, you can kind of get him in somewhat of a walking pose. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. But, you know, I think he's a good balance of good articulation along with a really, really nice design, good paint. So yeah, he definitely turned out to be my favorite out of the bunch, which I was not expecting. And here is his card in Blue Eyes. I forgot to show it for Blue Eyes, but they look pretty cool as well. Now, I definitely wanted to show off the scale here because they're definitely not in scale. I mean, these are supposed to be big monsters, and they're not. But it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I think it works in terms of just, like, being on your shelf and having good shelf presence. So here they are next to the Naked Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And then finally, here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So you might be saying, yo, Ann, what are your final thoughts on these figures? And I gotta say, man, it was a struggle getting these on this rotating base here. Since the wings don't move, they're just like clashing with each other, and 4 out of the 5 characters here have these huge wings. Whatever, I made it work. But that aside, I still think that these are pretty cool figures. Now, do I think that the original price of what they are is way too much? Abso-fucking-lutely. I would not pay any more than what I did. And 15 was pushing it for me. Like, 15 was pushing it. And this was like one of those times of like, I'll get them if I find them for that price and all of them are there. Like, and Ross's in my area are typically very, very shitty. I almost never find anything, but I found all of them there today, including the 3-headed Blue Eyes. But I said, nope. Got to cut it somewhere, and I'm happy that I did because this is a good assortment here, and I would not have been able to get him on the base. So, with all that being said, at the price point that I paid, go check your Rosses at $14 a piece. I'm going to give a collective 8 out of 10. No, a collective 7 out of 10. There's some stinkers. I wish that they had more articulation, but you can't. I can't deny these prices, and $14 a piece. It's a pretty good price. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all of those apps, and I have a great time, so I'm sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You copping? See you guys in the next one. Peace. What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.